Are you ready to face the terror that is bittersweet? This creepy vine from Eastern Asia has been terrorizing our fair land since the 1860s, creeping and crawling its way across the countryside. You may have even seen it taking over abandoned buildings in your area. But don't let its warm autumn colors fool you, this plant is a nightmare waiting to happen. Left unchecked, it'll smother out all your favorite native plants and even uproot trees. And let me tell you, it's not just the USDA that's scared, whole towns have been taken over by this invasive species. So grab your gardening gloves and join me in the battle against bittersweet, before it's too late. Beware, the Oriental Bittersweet is here and it's not messing around. This woody, perennial vine can climb up to 60 feet and its leaves can vary from oblong to round to tapered. The vines are multi-branched and range from brown to gray, with new growth being green. In May or June, clusters of small, greenish-yellow blossoms form in leaf axils, and in fall, the round, green fruits mature to bright red. But don't be fooled by its beauty, it's a menace. Habitat ranges from woodland edges, open forest areas, roadsides, old fields, grasslands and hedgerows. Native to Japan, Korea, and eastern China, it's now found in the eastern half of the US and it's wreaking havoc. Twining vines can girdle trunks and branches, and dense vines add weight to tree canopies, leading to breakage. And watch out for the roots and seeds, they're widely dispersed by birds and wildlife. Be sure to check for lookalikes too, as it's similar to the Native American bittersweet, which is a protected species in many areas. Remember, Oriental bittersweet's leaves are rounded and fruits and flowers are spread along the stem, while American bittersweet has elliptical leaves and its fruits and flowers occur in a single clump at the end of a branch. Are you ready to take on the Oriental bittersweet? We have a plan for you, but it's not going to be easy. First and foremost, we have to stop the seed production and dispersal, but that's not all, we also have to put a stop to the destruction it's causing to the trees and shrubs. We're going to use a combination of mechanical and chemical methods to achieve this. And don't forget, we have to keep an eye out for any source populations that may be nearby. In fact, we recommend monitoring lands within at least a half-mile surrounding the managed site. And if there are abundant seed sources nearby that cannot be eradicated, monitoring may be required indefinitely. Now, let's talk about mechanical control. It's not going to eradicate the infestation, but it can effectively prevent further damage to the trees and shrubs that support the vine temporarily. And if we combine it with herbicide treatment, it can provide effective control over time. Herbicide treatments should only be done by licensed professionals. Hand-pulling established Oriental bittersweet can be difficult, but with commitment and follow-through, we can achieve control. But we have to be careful, as the roots run long distances and it can be hard to remove most of the root, especially in some soils. Seedlings are easiest to remove when the soil is moist, and the population is small. Pull steadily, and slowly to minimize soil disturbance and tamp down the soil afterwards. And if it's a small infestation, larger plants can also be removed by digging if care is taken to remove all roots. But it's not practical for larger infestations. For larger infestations, goats, yes, us goats are the most effective first strike. We can easily walk through and around the vines and do a fair job at pulling them away from the rest of the forest. Bittersweet is one of goats' favorite things to eat and we will attempt to eat it out of existence. Cutting or mowing bittersweet will not provide effective control, it will only reduce its destructive effects temporarily. So, let's work together and put a stop to this invasive species before it's too late.